Elusives have been a controversial archetype throughout several metas in Legends of Runeterra, but they haven't seen much representation in the past patches. After losing hard to an elusive deck yesterday, I decided to give the archetype a try. Today's video is my full guide on Encroaching Shadows Elusives, a deck I use to climb in Master Rank at 75% win rate. This is an aggressive deck that uses Encroaching Shadows to inflict lethal damage with cheap elusive units. The deck felt very strong and slightly toxic when I played it, and I'm quite scared of what could happen if this archetype became too popular. That being said, this deck just strictly follows its offensive play pattern, and it has a weakness of lacking interaction for opposing decks. This introduction will cover the deck strategy for the Mulligan and the early to mid game. For the Mulligan, you want to be keeping Encroaching Shadows and standalone units like the Mourned, Shadow Apprentice, Sparring Student, Green Glade Duo, Zed, and Elise. If you already have a good hand, say Green Glade Duo plus Encroaching Shadows, you can also keep support units like Navori Blade Scout, Vastayan Disciple, and Silent Shadow Seer. Games with this deck end very quickly. In the early game, you want to go aggressive with your standalone units. Green Glade Duo, Sparring Student, and Shadow Apprentice are great units to play early because they benefit when you summon other units. Zed and Elise can exert a lot of pressure in the first 3 turns. Cards like Vastayan Disciple and Silent Shadow Seer are also fine to play, but you may want to hold off on playing them if you have Encroaching Shadows in hand. From turn 4 onwards, you want to find a window to play Encroaching Shadows, preferably on a defensive turn. Once Encroaching Shadows has been casted, you can usually start winning by swarming with a wide board of buffed up elusive units. For your utility spells, you can use Mark of the Isles to push more damage, Stalking Shadows to refill your hand, and Deny to counter your opponent's spells. That's it for the deck strategy. As always, if you like my content and you want to see more, don't forget to leave a like and a random or non-random comment. Enjoy the games, and I hope you beat all of your opponents with your big elusives. Nora, the value game plan. Double Encroaching Shadows? I think that's too much. But it will require too much mana to cast. We don't do it. I think we just go turn 3 Zed. We're gonna hold these 2 in our hand. We go turn 2 Elise, turn 3 Zed. And then turn 4 Encroaching Shadows and try to pop off.
Come closer. I don't bite.
Okay. No Brom yet, so we can Zed safely. We go turn 4 Encroaching Shadows and start the combo. This attack will be pretty wide. This will be a 4-unit attack, and they only have 1 blocker so far. Likely they have 2 blockers, right? We're gonna save Mark of the Isles for later. Probably on Vastayan Disciple.
Wondrous discoveries await below.
We could use a bite.
Awkward for them to block.
Persistence is key.
We clear the board. That's amazing. Is that too bad? I don't think I care. We baited out the Troll Chant, which is nice. We also prevent the Mysterious Portal from shuffling into the deck. Are we gonna see a Brom now? We're gonna Encroaching Shadows and gonna go for the triple combo of Vastayan Disciple, Blade Scout, Blade Scout. Sure. Okay. So we have enough mana for Vastayan Disciple, Blade Scout, and Mark of the Isles. And whatever unit we draw next. Yeah, we just do it. We can use Stalking Shadows to refill our hand next turns.
They picked the wrong row. They'll never see me coming.
They might have harsh winds. Let's see how they react.
Wu-Ting style. Skitter out from the darkness.
You just want to deal as much damage as we can.
Let's talk about your dad.
Okay, I want to reserve Mark of the Isles for elusive damage.
So young.
Sure. I think could have waited for me to use Shimon Wind, but okay. That's a good one. The only problem is we have to play into it that stairs plus Bury the Nice next turn. I can play Onlooker to prevent the attack. It's not gonna be able to hit next turn anyway. Sure. I think I need Deny in the deck. Maybe copies of Deny will help. It will slow us down though. Only Bury the Nice is the answer. So this is enough to play around Bury the Nice. If they Bury the Nice here, we can summon 3 more units. It's either Bury the Nice or Harsh Winds. We just want to threaten lethal here.
Ready the torches.
Got him. If they Bury the Nice there, we can just summon 3 more units, and at fast speed, we can answer with Mark of the Isles. Hail Azir. This is probably a Solani Bloodweaver deck. Wow, that's a decent hand. That's a decent hand. We can start with Green Glade Duo and snowball from there. Huh? Double Green Glade Duo?
Full speed ahead.
So we have to calculate our damage. We can go Zed first.
Men die, but Sharima lives forever.
We can Green Glade Duo now and then Zed into Navori Blade Scout next round. We can also Zed now into Green Glade Duo plus Silent Shadows here next round. I think Green Glade Duo plus Zed and Navori Blade Scout presents the most damage.
Everything's better with company.
Says you.
Because we summon more units that way.
The order is given.
I think the best would have been Zed now into Silent Shadows here plus Green Glade Duo next turn. Because we get to bounce the Shadows here and then get in a good huge attack with Encroaching Shadows. Now we can go with a 4 summon of... No, Zed is always good. Into Blade Scout or into Vastaya.
Sharima's strength is yours.
I think I want to use Blade Scout as a blocker next turn so that I don't die.
They'll never see us coming.
We'll probably use Zed and Navori Blade Scouts as blockers next turn. And then use Encroaching Shadows. Wow, that's a triple hand.
Behold the rewards of your service.
Yeah, we just block everything. I think we can.
It is time. Punish restraint.
Let's play around Shapestone. Let's play around Shapestone. Let's not fool around here. It's the only thing we need to be afraid of.
Keep running, King.
Huh? So their answers here are double quicksand. No, even double quicksand won't be enough.
I have unfinished business.
These two alone will inflict 8 damage. These two will inflict 11 damage. They have to quicksand these two, right? Or these two.
Full speed ahead.
They could have stun. Celestial stun. So they have quicksand there.
You dare!
Even if they have another quicksand, these two will push enough damage. GG.
Keep running.
Nice. Gwen Irelia Zed. So it's a pressure deck versus a pressure deck. I like keeping Encroaching Shadows and Vastayan Disciple. We want to look for our Sparring Students, Grenade Duos, and Zed. Those are the main units we want to play in the early game. We might just have to Vastayan Disciple here and go for some draws. But it's really slow. Really, really slow. Ooh, what a slow opener.
I am the Shimon Wind.
We have to get some draws in. That's a good one, actually.
How'd you do that?
That's a good one to get.
Another guest. Wonderful.
Wu Ting style.
Huh?
Please, make yourself right at home.
I think I might need to block with Green Glade Duo. Oh, Shadow Apprentice is nice to have. We need to block with Sparring Student.
Focus. Focus.
We slowed down a bit, but we're not going fast enough, and we can't afford to just be uninteractive. We have to interact a bit with our opponent.
I don't do meditation. Catch the wind! The wind howls!
There's so much to see. Where do I start?
At the beginning, madam.
I need to use my Shaman Winds as blockers. Next turn we can Zed Mourned. We can Zed Mourned and Navari Blade Scout. Yeah, Zed Mourned Ravoli Blade Scout. Double Navari Blade Scout will be our play next turn. So we don't need to save mana here. We could also just Shadows here. Blade Scout, Mourned. Can we take this? So we will play 4 units next turn, no matter what. We want to sacrifice you, probably.
Challenge the wind?
We will play 4 units. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll try to get in as much damage as we can.
Learned.
Duo? So we can do Duo.
Hey, Krabby.
That's my resting face.
We can do Duo, Blade Scout.
Quietly.
If they'll want to bounce something here. They want to bounce something. They want to Blade Dance. They want to bounce or Blade Dance. This is not enough damage yet. Need to play more units.
Never see me coming. What technique is this?
I think we deal exact damage with shadows here, right? This should be exact lethal.
Showtime.
Oh, fuck. That was close. They had one more blade dance. That was close. That was close. I think sadly we lose now. We don't have anything to block the fearsome. GG. Oh, there's a problem with the deck. It's very offensive. If you slow down a bit, you won't be able to proceed with your game plan. You don't have anything to stop your opponent from racing you down. Rise? How does the Rise matchup go? We keep Zed, mulligan away everything. We're not attacking on 3. Triple Zed, man. Why? That makes me want to go for Mark of the Isles plus Zed. If the game is giving me triple Zed.
The forest strikes.
We each hold a world within.
Hide for a moment, run forever.
Shard of Betrayal? Shard of Betrayal can actually fuck me. Ooh, it's just violence.
Hey, Krabby.
That's good news for me. That is good news for me. Zed presents so much damage. Green Glade Duo presents more elusive damage though. If I use Stalking Shadows, I don't have an opportunity to use Mark of the Isles anymore. This should be correct. This should be correct.
Break the silence.
Stun? Homecoming? Stun there. Okay. Acceptable. The triple Z hand is hurting us a bit. Wow, they didn't give minus power to Mourned? That's crazy. I thought they would give minus power to Mourned for sure. Should just be Mourned here, right? If we don't Green Glade Duo, next turn we push one more damage with our first Green Glade Duo. And then we still have enough mana to cast all our units. Yeah, I think pushing the 1 damage might mean the difference. Let's see. I can summon everything if I really wanted to. I don't think I want to play Sparring Student though. We can, but we're gonna use 3 unit slots for the Mourned. I'm gonna keep developing. I know all your answers are at fast speed. I likely won't win this turn, but I'm gonna deal plenty of damage. Spirit Fire? These deals 4. They have 1 mana left. Don't I just double Mark of the Isles?
Nature does not mourn. I will.
Let's move.
I
We're 4-2 so far with the deck. We are 4-2. 4 wins, 2 losses. We always keep Encroaching Shadows and Greenglade Duo. I don't think I need to rush with the Vastayan Disciple, bro. I think I want to put in damage with Encroaching Shadows with my Vastayan Disciples
Yordle here's with
instead of spending mana on Vastayan Disciple and Shimon Wind.
gives to those who listen. Let's move.
Card of Betrayal will be very bad for us. Let's hope they don't get it. Monka S.
Looks like I'm ready.
Bye-bye.
I guess we trade Elise into the Fae Folk.
It will all be over soon.
I'll take it.
Bye.
We can go second duo into Elise.
Come closer. I don't bite.
They likely have to stun, right?
They'll never see us coming.
We could use a bite.
And then we can Encroaching Mist next turn, set up our Elusives for the turn, our next attack turn. Double stun. Okay, 2 stuns out. Why didn't you block with your Eye of the Dragon? So I think I'll keep my Spiderling alive. Just in case they get Shard of Betrayal. It's a good shield.
Come, stay a while.
Zed, we start with Vastayan Disciple and then see what opponent does. I want to bait out Shard of Betrayal, kill the Spiderling. I don't think Zed's valuable because they have chump blocks.
I fight with my spirit, not my fists.
I don't do meditation.
Am I flesh or shadow?
Pocket.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
You're strange.
Stun, 1 stun. They have 1 more stun? They could have discounted something with Drum Solo. They had triple stun. That's fine. We get to draw more cards.
A shadow of my power.
They get to heal up. They don't have any shards yet.
It is time.
Power changes everyone.
Once again, Zed is useless. They just wanted to trigger the... They just wanted to trigger the Eye of the Dragons. I have 1 deny. 1 deny and 1 Mark of Dials.
I live for those who do not.
Full speed ahead.
Hey, over here.
I don't think it's enough. They can stop these 2. They can stop 2 units. What did they do about the rest? We're 7-2 now. 7-2. I mean 5 and 2, 5 and 2. I don't want to keep Vastaya and Disciple. I think I want to look for my other booster cards. Okay. Shadow Apprentice plus Elise. Probably Green Glade Duo is better. Is it better? Theoretically, Elise will inflict more damage here. But long term, Green Glade Duo might inflict more damage long term.
Here's with me.
Because we can Elise on turn 4 or turn 5. We can Elise on turn 4 and then get 2 summon procs from Green Glade Duo. Which means more damage inflicted for the Elise not summoned this turn. Okay. Do we just Elise? Elise and block? It's free.
To fear. It will all be over soon.
And then we can Zed. Zed plus Vastaya and Disciple. We probably Vastaya first. Let's Vastaya first and see what happens. No. Let's Shadow Apprentice first. Shadow Apprentice will get boosted from the Zed's Ephemeral.
Wow, all this walking.
The desert by my side.
Full speed ahead.
It's fine.
Spears ready.
Attacking with Elise there would have just given a free block for Chip.
My home.
I'd rather leave Elise behind as a potential blocker.
Snow on my feet, rain on my head.
I can pass. This is not threatening lethal.
My name will echo through the ages.
I am the Simon Wind. Whoosh!
Follow me.
The order is given. I have risen.
So I just have to save mana for deny next round and then I'm good to go. If we want to save mana for deny next turn, we have total of 8 mana next turn. If we want to save mana for deny, we can only spend 4 unit mana.
So young.
Oh no.
Glorious sacrifice.
Their outs are only Quicksand and a fast speed spell.
Am I flesh or shadow?
Okay, 2 cards left. They still have mana for double Quicksand.
Take form.
GG's.